Hi there, and thanks for checking out this video. I'm John Krim from TennisCompanion, and today we're doing an in-depth review and playtest of the Asics Court FF2. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that this is not a sponsored video. I haven't been paid by Asics or anyone else to discuss this shoe. Also, as a quick side note, I've included timestamps in the video's description, so you can quickly jump to any section. With that said, let's do a rundown of the Court FF2's features, so you know exactly what you're getting with this shoe, starting with the weight and the fit. The shoe weighs in at 14.8 ounces in a men's size 10.5. It fits true to size, has a medium width and a medium arch, and it isn't going to require any break-in time before you hit the court. This model is available for both men and women, and it does come in a clay court option. But as usual, the availability of that clay version may depend on where you live. For the outsole, you'll find Asics high abrasion resistance rubber for excellent grip and durability in a wave style pattern. It's an all-court outsole that will do just fine on any surface, but it's going to be ideal for hard courts. Plus, it's two-piece, which is split by a resin midfoot shank, or as Asics calls it, their twist truss system, which reduces weight and adds stability by preventing the shoe from twisting, especially during side-to-side movements. One of my favorite parts about the outsole is the extent of Asics P-Guard toe protection, which is extremely generous compared to many other shoes on the market and extends to the inside or medial edge for added durability. The shoe's midsole offers comfort with Asics Flight Foam, which they claim to be 55% lighter while delivering 76% better cushioning compared to standard midsoles. Flight Foam is available across a wide range of Asics shoes, and a midsole that I particularly enjoy in their running shoes, which are my go-to. Although you can't see it from the outside, you'll also find Asics gel technology integrated into the midsole at the heel and forefoot to help absorb shock and reduce impact, which is ideal for hard courts. Last but not least, there's a removable Ortholite insole, which is thicker than most for a bit of extra stepping comfort, while also helping manage moisture to keep your feet dry. The Asics Court FF2's upper replaces a traditional tongue with a one-piece monosock construction, which makes them super easy to slip on and off. It also features mesh towards the front of the foot to provide ventilation. The upper also comes well protected with a durable TPU cover, which is the white material at the top of the shoe that also helps add to its stability. The laces, which are thinner than most, pull through eyelets that are punched directly through the TPU cover, so you can cinch them tight with confidence. At the heel, the shoe is reinforced for extra stability, and because this is Novak Djokovic's model, you'll find his logo printed on the back. Now that you know exactly what to expect from the Asics Court FF2's features, let's jump into my playtest and review. To help evaluate the Court FF2s, I logged a 2-mile beach run to gain a feel for comfort and the weight of the shoe. I also completed some agility and footwork drills to help flesh out traction and stability, and finally spent plenty of time hitting on the court to gauge overall performance. Kicking things off with style, the Asics Court FF2 is a solid-looking tennis shoe with a great outline, but there are a few areas I'd love to see them improve. My least favorite part is the upper's rubber TPU cover, which comes in a wave-style pattern that I'm not a huge fan of. I also love to see them expand their colorway selection, which is limited, and as it turns out, there was only 1 or 2 color schemes I liked, which included the blue and the white. Of course, style is highly subjective and arguably the least important, but with the shoes performing well in so many other areas, I think there's an opportunity here for Asics to improve. As far as lacing goes, it's a breeze. The laces pull through easily and they also stay locked in place because the eyelets are rubber, which doesn't allow them to slip. It's worth noting that the laces are thinner than most. However, the last 12 inches are slightly thicker to make them easier to handle and tie off. Perhaps the only concern that might crop up with the thinner profile of the laces is durability, but they seem to be well built, so I wouldn't expect any issues here. In terms of comfort, the Asics are some of the best out there. They provide exceptional cushion underfoot to absorb shock, which ultimately has your legs feeling less fatigued and fresher after a few hours on the court. From a fit standpoint, I really enjoy the monosock construction, which provides a snug and secure fit without any bunching that can sometimes occur with the traditional tongue. The only minor issue I had around comfort was with the upper around the toe box. When the shoe collapses as I stepped, it would put slight pressure on the top of my right foot, which did cause some discomfort early on in the playtest. It only happened on one foot, and I'd imagine not all players will experience it, but felt it was worth noting. I expected stability out of the Court FF2s and they delivered. They performed exceptionally well through my agility and footwork drills, and moving side to side at the baseline, I could feel the added support of the upper and reinforced heel. The same was true for quick changes in direction, as well as vertical or diagonal movement, all of which felt very organic, not too loose or stiff. As far as traction goes, I thought the all-court outsole was excellent and particularly well suited for hard courts. I felt sure-footed and confident in my movement, which paired well with their stability. I also loved how secure they felt when pushing off to take that first step toward a ball, along with smaller steps to approach and prep for just the right amount of spacing when hitting a ground stroke. They also stopped quickly and allowed me to recover to the middle fast. From a durability standpoint, the Court FF2s also performed super well. I was impressed with how the outsoles were holding up after a few hours of playtesting, and the generous P-guard toe protection up front kept the shoes safe from toe drags or sliding, especially on the inside. At the top of the shoe, the smooth TPU outer covering did a great job at warding off any significant scrapes or abrasion against the court. Although the Court FF2s are far from the lightest shoes on the market, their mid-range weight won't have you feeling sluggish. Plus, you'll get the added benefit of stability and durability that comes with it. Despite the weight not being a concern, I will say they did feel a bit bulky at times, with tighter or more precise footwork drills. However, overall, I think it's a weight that most players will enjoy. Last but not least, the Asics Court FF2s offer acceptable ventilation, but it's not one of the shoe's strengths. Ultimately, it becomes a bit of a trade-off with durability because the shoe's upper limits airflow to a degree, but I'd expect it to be sufficient for most. All in all, the Asics Court FF2s are one of my favorite tennis shoes on the market, which deliver exceptional comfort, stability, and durability. They're not the lightest, and they're also not the best ventilated, but they're incredibly well-rounded. And for this reason, I think they'll appeal to a broad range of tennis players who are looking for a pair of shoes that don't lean in too heavily on any one area of performance. If you're looking for some extra detail on the Asics Court FF2s, don't forget to check out my write-up. I'll be sure to drop a link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And if you'd like to join me for future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.